I come down the stairs in the morning to the living room past couple mornings, and it's a tad bit chilly, compared to up in the 90s and 80s at night that I've been used to, sometimes in the upper 70s. Big difference. Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Got some morning sunshine on my face there. Today, I need to be busy prepping for the home being moved in. Yeah, prepping for the house to be moved here. It's going to be moved here tomorrow. Pretty excited for that. And the way we originally thought we was going to bring it through wasn't working. So last night, just before dark, I did a little work right here. I started taking down my fence going into my field here next to my driveway. Yeah, we're really excited to get that house moved off that property down there. As soon as that house is off of that property out the lake, we can sell that empty lot with no problem. We don't have to deal with house inspections and somebody don't want the house but they want the land and all that kind of mess. I'm just clean cut, put it up for sale, have a buyer. You don't have to go through all that mess you do with the house, and it's just done and over with. And that is exactly what we want. And here at my farm, it brings more rent and you get a better class of people. It's like I've got a retired couple living over in my house right here, and that's really nice to have that right there. We'll take our sweet time and not just rent to anybody. Backing up to a trailer here while I'm talking to you, and we'll try to get a renter that is compatible with everybody here, like a little community, and that's what we have here right now with Helen and Patrick here. So it's pretty nice, and I hope that we have that again. We're not in a hurry to rent it out. I wanted to get it in here. This is already set up for a house that had a house here before, so there's water already here. There's a power pole here, but I'm gonna put in a new power pole, and there's septic already here, and it's all in really good condition. Just recently used within a year ago, so maybe just a little over a year ago. And I've had my RV backed up here and hooked up to it. So yeah, it's gonna be a win-win, and we'll make the house a pretty nice little house. Even though those people did a lot of sheetrock damage and some cabinet door damage, overall that house is still in pretty good shape. Perfect little backup right there. Yeah, make use of the sewer and the water that's already here. I had just where that house was before, just glued me a valve on top of the line right there, so I could use it like for a water hose right there. Got some of this tuna here again. This is a whole nother midsection here. You can see the back and the fins. On the sides, nice steaks I'm gonna be able to cut out of this again. And Melinda is hankering for more tuna. So I'm about to chop this piece here up. Now, we ended up with a bunch of tuna from down there. So this is gonna be our lunch today, isn't that right, Mel?
Yes.
I mean, not the whole thing, though. I don't know. I bet we could eat it. Yeah, this ought to be some really great lunch for us. She's what she is wanting me to get cut up here. I mean, that is nice steaks just right there alone. Look at that. That is nice and thick. Nice pieces right there. Well, I'm going to get the electric knife going here, and I'm going to cut some of this up because she's ready to do a little grilling. When frozen makes it a little hard there. Alright.
That's good because we still need to.
Right here. Boy, what a steak that is gonna be. Look at that mess. Well, we got some nice steak right there. You like it?
I like it, of course.
What y'all think? Boy, that's some nice little steaks cut out of this. This next one's gonna be even better. It's nice cutting when it's kind of frozen like that. Boy, those are going to be delicious. Look at that. That's probably maybe about 5 inches by 4 inches, and anywhere from an inch to about 1 3/4 inches thick. That one there, you can just go whole, can it? It looks good. Let me put these here in the pan. That is some nice grilling right there. I think this would be what we cook right now. Funny thing about this lid they have on here, those holes look pretty good size, but this pepper will not make it through it. Just barely will come through. So we keep having to use the other side, which is, gotta be careful, you'll get a massive amount. But we also like to use a lot of pepper. We do. Get some salt here. Mix this salt up really good here. Can't go wrong with this olive oil. Should have just used the big bottle because I'm gonna pour a lot out right here. Then we'll use a little soy sauce. I really like these bottles Melinda bought with that little top on it like that. These are great. That ought to be enough for all this. Yeah, I like these. You see, I always use kind of a scooping action so I can pick up that black pepper with it. Don't leave that black pepper sitting on the bottom. Look at that. I had to stop the recording there and do some big old sneezes, boy. My allergies are kicking me. It's been a really dry September, and a lot of weeds this year. Lots of weeds. So boy, the pollen is something else, and the dust to go with it. Man, oh man. We're supposed to have some rain come up this next week. That should settle a lot of that dust and maybe settle that pollen. I'm sure mountain cedar is going to be coming down. But I can tell you, that's been one of the hardest allergy seasons on me that I've had in a while, and I used to be bad with it. And I had years that it got real mild on me, and I wouldn't have a real bad allergy season. But boy, it looks like it's going to be one for sure. Look at that. Yeah, it's looking great. Looking great. We're absolutely loving having this patio door here. Wonderful deal. Boy, look at those right out here in the natural light. You can see those. Look so beautiful. Now, when you get ready to cook tuna, you are not cooking it like well done, like pork or beef or anything like that if you're a well done type person. And you don't really want to mask tuna with a whole bunch of seasonings all over it. I mean, you can, it's up to you, but if you really just want to enjoy the taste of the tuna, you need to tone that down. Like, for instance, y'all know that I like Tony's and I like that Slap Your Mama, those Louisiana spices, but I don't like it on here. make sure your grill's really hot. This is about hot and fast, and I just suggest don't over season it. So here we go. I'm gonna set these on there. I left the coals kind of close together because, like I say, we want it really hot. Not the best camera work here, but that's the way it is. You're a one-man show. Get that all on there real good. I doubt this piece will survive, but I'm gonna throw it on there anyway. It's got a little tidbit here. That'll be my little taster piece I'll lay over here if it survives. All right, so there you go. Yesterday I went and got my driver's license renewed, and I thought I wasn't gonna be able to get it renewed, and I was really concerned over that before we go back to the Philippines, because you got to book an appointment online right now, and you can't. They didn't want just walk-ins. Now I think it's improving, so I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it and tell you it's improving. So I looked a few weeks ago, even back over in August, I looked for appointments, and the nearest appointment time for the offices near me was way over in like late January. I'm like, what? Then when I had got my hunting license as well, for this hunting season, I buy it even if I don't hunt, just to support the conservation of wildlife and all. The guy at the hunting license place said, you know, your license is soon going to expire. And I said, yeah, I know, and I can't get an appointment. They're so far out. I'll probably be back overseas again on the other side of the planet by the time there's an appointment available. And I use my U.S. license in the Philippines. I plan on getting a Philippines license side by side with my Texas license, but for right now, as we've been going, I've been using my U.S. license. So I was concerned because now when I get to the Philippines and I didn't have a valid license, I would be driving illegal, or I've got to go through all the mess, and they're still in a lockdown situation over there of trying to get a license. And if you have, like for me, a U.S. license, in many other countries, they will just simply convert and give you a Philippines license and honor that. But if you don't have a valid license at the time, you got to go through the whole procedure, you know, the medical, the written, the everything, just the same as if you were getting a license for the very first time ever. I'm like, man, I do not want to go through that. So he said, you know, some people were trying way off in some counties far away, a long ways away, and they were having some luck. And I thought, well, that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to look far out, away from the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex area. And if we have to make it a little mini road trip or overnight stay and go somewhere to do that, well, I guess that's what I'm going to have to do. I know it's a little interlude while I'm grilling. A little talking interlude here, you know. Share and cook. So that was my new plan. Well, I was back here at the house a few days later after then, and my cousin Ken happened to come by, and I was telling him, you know, I was going to have a little trouble about getting my license renewed. And he said, well, there's some people going down to Canton, Texas. Well, I thought Canton would still be too close and probably be too busy. And I had searched some of those back at the time too and didn't find anything available there. I said, well, my neighbors right here that rent from me, the Fil Am couple, they had got theirs done up in Paris. Now, I'm going to stop right now because everybody's got advice. So let me help you out before you try to tell me some advice and comments. Probably should leave it alone, just let your comment away. I cannot renew online, so let's just get this clear, because people say, you can renew online. I renew mine online. No, I can't renew online. I received that old letter that said I can't renew mine online because I renewed the last time online. And mine was not that new driver's license that's got the new thing in it, whatever, for verification and whatever it is. Mine's not the new style license. So I have to go in, I have to take, you know, like my birth certificate or passport and things like that, extra verification. to get this new license. It's a security thing. I mean, I think it's something that's been implemented across the U.S. I'm sorry I don't have the right terms for it and all. I'm not here in the U.S. as much used to be, and I'm a little rusty on some things going on here. So nevertheless, my cousin and I sat down at the computer and we pulled up the Texas DPS deal, and there was unbelievably a slot available in Terrell 2 days after my birthday. So I heard and booked it instantly, filled everything out online, went up there seamlessly, got it done. There was a lot of walk-ins trying to get in. A bunch of them left, taking everybody there first that already had appointments. So all of these trying to walk in, most of them walked away and realized they need to get an appointment. But man, I got in there, in, out. I actually was done. I got there a half an hour before my appointment time. I'm used to Philippines. You got to get there early. And the lady said, anybody with all their stuff already filled out and ready to go, come on up here. Well, there was a bunch of people with appointments, but they hadn't filled out their paperwork yet. And you can do that online, fill it out, and print it off and walk in, have everything just ready to go. So I actually got in and out really quick, way ahead of my appointment time. My uncle, I was over visiting him recently. It's my Uncle Gary, by the way.
Howdy.
And he said, man, he's talking about the tuna down there in New Orleans and down south New Orleans. He didn't know at the time we had just got back from there. I said, yeah, I just came from there. He'd missed the videos. And he said, man, I want to try some of that tuna steak. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to be cooking up more of them.
What it tastes like.
Huh?
I know what it tastes like.
Yeah, he just wanted some. He wanted opportunity. I said, I tell you what, I'll be cooking up more. And he said, well, I want some. So I just now called him up and told him they are on the grill. Look at that. Looking really good too. Well, you can just see that all bubbling in there. Oh, that bubbly goodness. I think you're out of breath. Did you run over here or drive?
No.
You really headed out the door quick. Boy, they are going there. But we're gonna do a little grill tasting here. I'm gonna bite some off. Speaking of biting, my toes are getting bit by ants. See if I can bite some off right there. Put your hand out. Burn your hand for you. Give you a little taste on that there. There was a better one there.
Good stuff. That's good.
Good stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think when I got the grill going, I'm gonna go in there and slice out a couple more. Melinda's, yeah. I've got the tuna still laying on the counter in there. Grab that piece right there. Boy, that's good. Let me go get a plate. My uncle's gonna go turn off his truck and just eat here with us. I wanted my Aunt Tracy to have some, but she's a little finicky. I mean, each to their own, you know. And she just pictures, I guess, tasting real fishy and like tuna in a can or something. But if you don't know, it does not taste anything like some kind of tuna that you pulled out of a can. It's not real fishy. It is in a can, but it's not like this, like a steak. Whole different way that it comes out. You see how they're waiting on me here. Mel's is about half gone already. Is it larrapin' terrapin? Oh, Gary, he grew up hearing that saying all the time about larrapin' terrapin, didn't you? I always laugh at that. Well, it's a good little meal right here. I'm going to stop showing video and I'm going to go to eating. Well, Mel and I were out here. We're trying to clear out for that house to come in. And we're moving our old cow fence here. There's a gate. These are cattle panels. We got a bunch of them stacked here. We already been out here working on taking down. And right now, we're pulling up these fence posts. A few of them we've been able to pull up by hand, but It's just easier to just use the tractor. So Mel's helping get the chain on here. She's done this with me many times. And we're clearing them on out. After we get the house in here, we want to build nice porches and make it a nice spot. We want to give this house more room. So we're going to clean up down around there. She loves to be helping me. If any of you think that, oh, I'm making my wife do hard work or all that, Mel loves to be doing this stuff. We've done worked until nighttime out here preparing for this house move tomorrow. It's gonna go right there. And there'll be a rent house there. And there'll be a rent house there. Right here at the farm. There's no problem. Well, we gotta take our little selves to the store. We got things we need.